Saints that are the visitors today. Tell us all about who's playing, Ron, for the Saints today.
Yes, thanks, Steve. It's you with Mike on video, with myself, Ron Hoof, and Steve Ramsbottom, bringing you all the action. The Saints side, a similar side to last week. Wellens at full-back, Hall, Hoppy, Iro and Sullivan, the three-quarters. Sculthorpe and Martin still at the half-back, with Furley, Cunningham and Nicol, who's come through a late fitness check, in the front row. Peter Shields, John Stankovic and Chris Joynt. Obviously Peter Shields back after a family bereavement, with Wayne MacDonald, Tim Yonkers, Vila Matautia and Mick Hyam. So a very strong forward bench for the Saints this afternoon. Salford, obviously, we've been going through it a bit lately, Steve, but here's their side, and you can run through that for me.
And Salford under new management, we've got to say. John Harvey done a great job for many people over the last couple of years, keeping Salford in Super League. Results of late, though, not gone their way, and performances also been disappointing. Newman's immediately make a couple of changes. He sends Francis Maloney and Steve Blakely to the bench, but otherwise it has to be the same players that we've seen all season. Broadbent at full-back, Pinkney, Tassel in the three-quarters, Stuart Little and Danny Arnold on the wing. Danny Arnold, former Saints man. Bobby Goulding and Graham Holroyd. Graham Holroyd recovered from that foot injury some time ago. And in the forwards, Driscoll, Olker and Heighton, Hancock and Coley, and Wainwright at loose forward. On the substitutes bench, Maloney, Blakely, Neil Harmon and Jason Nicol. And conditions absolutely ideal, Ronnie, but you've got to be thinking Saints, the form team of the minute, and if Halifax can score 50 here, if Wigan can score 70 against Salford, then it's going to be a big score for the Saints today.
It's going to be a big ask, but obviously, as you just skirted on, John Harvey's gone, McCormick's the man that's come in, the players will want to do well for him. Mark Lee, a former Salford great, a testimonial man, is back in the second in command, and obviously it could be different. The Saints usually struggle a little bit here. Obviously in Super League, Salford have only beaten the Saints once here, and that was in the first year that Salford was in, 97. So anything can happen. The pitch is in excellent condition. Chatting to Darryl McCauley last week at Halifax, obviously their commentator, and he said it's probably the finest surface he's seen all season. I know Saints has just gone down a little bit as of late, obviously with the round ball game, but Saints have the possession. Sculthorpe, Stankovic just signed a new 3-year contract, as has Sonny Nicol. He's got a 1-year deal. Referee Kirkpatrick has said the tackle was completed, and therefore Salford are penalised for putting him into touch after the tackle had been completed. So early penalty, 50 seconds. A heavy contingent of Saints spectators in the cantilever stand, well, and just below the cantilever stand. I don't know how long that's been open, Steve. It wasn't the last time we came, but
it was refurbished for the start of this season.
Right, so there we go. Shields, lovely ball to Welland in support. Saints again, they put some champagne football together last week at Halifax. They look as though they're starting well. They want points on the board. Nicol, the veteran, driving it forward. As I say, 12-month deal we believe that Sonny's got. Salford Specky's getting behind them. Cunningham back to Nicol. Nicol looking to dive in. Good defence early on. Just a minute and a half gone, but Saints putting the pressure on. Kirkpatrick is your referee. Saints move it left. Wellens. Cut out ball to Iro. The beast come back in. Iro looking for the support. Here's the last tackle. Will the Saints run it? I think if they bring it to the right. Cunningham. Oh, it's in. Cunningham in, no problem. Offered the ball to the right. The Salford defence took the dummy. 2 minutes gone, Steve. Is the writing on the wall?
Well, it's awful to say yes after 2 minutes, because there's another 78 to go. But I was thinking driving here that any 6 that Salford defend and the Saints don't score is a bonus, but not that time. And so far, Saints had all the possession and done what they do best and made it look rather easy at the end of it.
Anything can happen, can't it? We can get away with all sorts. Sculthorpe converts Cunningham's try. It was Cunningham's 14th of the season, and Sculthorpe's 48th goal. Obviously he's in fine form, and that's the position to get them from, right in front of the sticks. If the lads can just put the ball down between the posts. Yes, anything can happen, you know. It's the old pie eaters again. We always seem to have a little comment about them, you know. Preserve wildlife, Steve. Pickle a pie eater. That's what we say. But it's Salford to restart. Graham Holroyd, deep kick. Iro well under it, inside to Sonny Nicol. Malcolm Olker, outstanding hooker. Now David Furley. And I must apologise for last week. I got David Furley wrong. I just wasn't on the ball last week, and I think I got the score wrong in the end. The ball coming back to David Furley there, and it wasn't meant for him. Salford break quickly, Steve.
Yep. Saints having the passing game a little bit too easy, not quite ready for it, and Salford first attack for them inside the Saints 20. The greatest Salford could just prize an opening here. Heighton takes it forward, only 5 metres short. Saints defence though looking firm. Holroyd looking for his runners. Golding's runners thought he'd seen an opening, but well put down on the 10-metre line. Coley sets off to the right, tries to go on his own, takes it close to that line. Salford within a smidgen. 2 hands up for the left for Salford, wanting a kick over because there are men over if it can come. Oh, but it can't. Got time. It's Holroyd's turn to drop the ball, and pressure off the Saints. The pass to Holroyd, little bit low for him, and when it's not going well for you, that's what happens. But it's the Saints defence up very quickly.
Yes, up very quickly, and I don't think it was a knock-on, but obviously he lost the ball. He was facing right, ready for the pass. It was a low pass. It came back, but referee Kirkpatrick, he said it was a knock-on, and I'll go with him. He'll do for me at present. We hear obviously big cheers when Bobby Golding got the ball. Obviously a big favourite in his time at St Helens, the captain, and that. But he's playing for somebody else now, and he gets a few jeers. Great run by Cunningham. Now to Sculthorpe. Stankovic, good tackle there. Littler well in. Wayne right in there as well. Short ball, blind side again. Shield. Oh, Hall into space. He breaks through the support on the inside. He backed himself. Whether he could have got through at all, but good tackling by the Reds. Shields misses out. Golding onto Martin. Wellens. Support from Nicol. Nicol couldn't take it. The Reds have the ball back. It's going to be a knock-on. He's not played advantage. The Reds did come up with the ball. Forward pass by the Saints, or knock-on I should say, by the Saints. But Saints again, Steve, move 50, 60 metres downfield. Some lovely rugby we've been playing this season, and obviously when it's not going right for you, as you well know, you're up against it. Yeah,
flowing rugby, but credit to the Salford defence, hanging on grimly that time, and that was a 6 that the Saints had that they didn't score, so that's, well, it's perhaps the wrong way of looking for the pluses, but that is a plus as a result for the City Reds. But in comparison with the yardage made by every Saints move, Salford just struggling even to break their own game line. So I think we've had 3 gone. Salford still inside the 30. Hancock, good long pass out to Tassel. Tassel's got Maloney in support. Tassel, though, goes on his own. I think it was Hancock who saw the potential over there for extra space. Now Holroyd going with a long deep kick. It's a 40 and it's a 20. That's a cracker. That's what is needed to bring the team back into it, to lift them. 7 minutes gone. And Salford having to rely a lot this season on kicking, because we saw their four phases of the game and they were well inside the 40 and struggling to get out, Ron, but a kick like that certainly lifts the spirits.
It certainly does. A great kick. Put them on the attack. Saints got to defend now, whereas obviously they've had the possession. Saints come up to the Salford end. Now they're back on their own, 10 metres from their own line, head and feet to the Saints, to Salford.
So Goulding thinks he's seen the line his own. Well, the fans thought he's seen the line himself, but not really any danger, no real penetration potential that time. Looked good though. Hancock though changes direction, goes on his own up the middle, fighting, gets through the ball nicely. Holroyd hangs on to it, looks for support, can't find it, has to go on his own, still can't release the ball. Salford not in line to take a pass going forward, and the Saints defence firmly there. Oh, now Wainwright looked as though he'd seen a way through. Nice little dummy, but the Saints defence there in real numbers. Goulding out quickly to Holroyd. Holroyd, little kick through into space. Who's going for it? Oh, it's Broadbent, and Broadbent scores. Just the riposte that the City Reds needed. The little kick from Holroyd, sitting up and full back up in support, is always a joy to watch. And that time the ball sat kindly for the City Reds, and Broadbent made it safe in his and was delighted, as are all those City Reds fans, to see a try being scored. And for the minute, the City Reds fans are happy with their first score. So that keeps the game going.
It certainly does. Planned move, obviously, Steve. We put that into play. All right, the fellow that put the ball through, that put the kick through, and Broadbent, a good attacking full-back, linking up from the back, out of the blocks. Saints were caught moving up, and there you are, 4 points. If Holroyd can convert this, level terms.
By new man Steve McCormick, as the City Reds fans cheer their players for that, and they'll cheer that one as well, because Salford have 3 goal kickers this season. Last season we didn't have any until Blakely rejoined from Warrington. We've got Goulding, we've got Blakely, and we've got Holroyd, all can kick the goals and have been doing successfully. Great conditions, like you said. The pitch is absolutely immaculate. The ground is so good. It's a shame in some ways that we've got to think about moving to keep up with everybody else. And we've got to thank the Saints fans for swelling the crowd.
Yeah, that's right. Good contingent, and obviously it's a pretty local derby, isn't it, Steve? It's only 20 minutes, half an hour down the motorway, so it's not too bad. 6 apiece. Salford in possession. 10 minutes gone.
Okay, sun just starting to shine. It's been a hot day. 24 degrees or something thereabouts. And the Salford City Reds fans supporting their team come what may. And that is the strength of real loyalty when you support your team through thick and thin. Easy to support a team going well, much more difficult to support a team not having a particularly good spell. But Salford, so far in this one, will new management make any difference? There's a deep kick, that was outside the 40, running nicely, but nice comfortable take for Sullivan.
Yes, Sullivan takes it, quickly dispatched to the earth. Solid tackling, Wainwright's in. Well, the ball's gone forward. The Reds being penalised for mauling on Sullivan. Wainwright, I think, the man that's been picked out.
He wants to get out of the way, Ron. Just trying to get out of the way.
Yeah, you've got to get up and play it quickly, and sometimes the referee lets things go, and other times he doesn't. A great kick forward there. Touch found 8 metres inside Salford territory. Saints keep the ball alive. Nickel, Wellens, Sculthorpe. It was Shields. Good pass inside to Hall. Hall did well. Linked up round as Hoppy was skirting the touchline. Wellens again. Good ball, good running. Sculthorpe, the points machine as of late. Along the line, Martin offers the ball, puts it back inside. Sonny Nickel, Saint throwing it about like nobody's business, over the top. Sculthorpe again. Now it's to Hoppy, no problem. Hoppy in for the try. 10 metres in, 11 minutes gone, and it looks easy, but sheer the ball just being passed about. Champagne rugby, and Hoppy finished off in good style, Steve. On the attack, took it from one side, couldn't get through, brought it back to the other. Great stuff, as far as I'm concerned.
Well, it was easy though. They were throwing the ball over the top of the Salford defenders who just weren't getting in to close them down. And Danny Arnold had been sucked so far in that there was 2 men over with on the right with a clear run in. So disappointing for Salford, having scored the try to bring them back into it, that in the next 6 in effect that Saints have possession, they come up with another try.
Both sets of interchange players limbering up. Well, they have put the mocker on him. It's gone to the left, but both sets of interchange players limbering up. I will not say warming up. It's a really warm day, Steve, isn't it? And it must be the heat must be tremendous down there.
In fact, it was so hot, I thought at 3 o'clock this afternoon, I'm glad they're not playing this afternoon, because at least it's that chance for the sun just to go in behind a few clouds and cool down just a little bit. But we wanted summer rugby. I mean, you can't imagine ever turning out on a November night anymore, can you, to go and watch a game?
No, I think those days are gone, because we get that weather in summer now. Deep kick, high. Well taken, Tommy Martin. Nickel. Bobby Goulding comes in. He's bounced off. The second phase of attack. Heighton, I think it was that took him. Sculthorpe offers the ball, makes the gap. Saints are lining up here. Stankovic inside. Support from Wellens. Wellens got Hoppy with him, but nobody will catch Wellens. Right under the posts. Great stuff. 14 minutes gone. Wellens in for his 10th of the season, and there again, the informed man playing at standoff today, Paul Sculthorpe, the man that created the break on the 40-metre line. Handed off the opposition, then the support was there in abundance. Stankovic on the inside, 1 to Wellens. Thank you very much. Another 4 points. St. third try, Steve.
And Salford not getting a touch of the ball even, and when they do get a touch of it, then the Saints going to pressurise them on the defence. It was one missed tackle and just the pains from the Saints players and the support play. For all that, Salford did the best to get back, and the team has got the ability to beat any one of those at any time. Easy conversion for Sculthorpe, and at 16-6 though, Saints, you would imagine, can relax already.
Oh no, I don't think so, Steve. You can't relax. You've got to keep going. I don't believe in that. You've got to keep pressing and pressing, and as far as I'm concerned, pummel the opposition into a pulp as much as you can, because if they get in the lead, they'll give you nothing. And it's all right to give...
You ought to coach Salford, because they were beating Halifax 26-14 2 weeks ago before losing to 50 points.
Oh, a knock on behind the line. Tommy Martin, well, it's gone on his torso, and referee Kirkpatrick said it had touched his... it was a knock on. Tommy Martin's arguing the toss, but you'll get an out off Kirkpatrick, will you, Steve?
Well, you've had all the decisions so far, Ron. That's the first one that's gone Salford's way. I mean, it started off with that Wentz's touch right at the beginning that was nothing. Look at that big kick, though. That is brilliant. That is brilliant. Brilliant. That is a fantastic kick. And Salford have just been found wanting. There is no way you should ever concede possession. Now, how far's that kick? 80 metres is an unbelievable kick. Unbelievable. And you must think another try coming up. So it was all a plan, really. He wanted to knock on so he could put it into touch.
Possibly. I'd like to think so. But there again, great kick and poor defence, it must be said. With Martin putting it 80 metres. 80 yards or whatever. Line side, Sculthorpe again in the back of the pack. And now Saints 20 metres out, take it on the short side again. Cunningham 10 metres, pressing 16-6, 17 minutes gone. Can the Reds contain the Saints? Speculator, Shields, Martin, another one to Stankovic. He sidesteps inside. Oh, it's all on. It's touched the Salford player, and Heighton, no, Littler, I beg your pardon, comes up with a to-do, beg your pardon.
No, that's a ricochet, yeah, intervention for the City Reds, and that's one of the pluses. The Saints didn't score in that 6, but Salford looking all bunched, just playing the one-up rugby. The Salford City Reds fans claiming that the Saints were offside, but they would, wouldn't they? Up so quickly. Alker scoots off. Saints like the tackle. Saints fans like the tackle by Nicol. Big kick from Hancock, but that really has not got a chase on it or anything from anybody. And whilst it might clear the Salford City Reds lines, it's before the 6 tackles, it was before it was needed to be, and no real pressure on the Saints.
Yes, and they'll start from the centre of the 20 as they do. Hancock putting the big boot downfield, playing in the pack today. He's played in the pack a lot, hasn't he, Stephen? He's very, yes, he's a very lively character, let's put it that way. I know when the big Australian, obviously, is a three-quarter, and he's tremendous power. Furley puts it out to Cunningham. Cunningham looking for support, gets it away to Sculthorpe, Saint throwing it about. Stankovic takes it in, a diagonal run, looking for support again. Saint's only making about 5 or 6 metres forward, but just putting the Salford defence out of sync. Hoppy in, oh, Bobby Golding coming between. Is it all on? Well, that's play on. He's given the Salforders offside. Has he? He certainly has. Saints play it quickly. I thought he'd just let the advantage, which Peter Shields. Over the top to Martin. Martin will score to the left of the sticks. 8 metres. Saints played it quickly. Martin in for the try. 19 minutes gone. Saints' 4th try of the afternoon, and Martin's 10th of the season. Saints had moved it upfield, moved it to the right. I thought, as obviously Bobby Golding had got in between the the Saints players when the pass from Hoppy was put out, but then he redeemed himself. Obviously got the ball. I thought the referee had let play go on, but he didn't. He gave Saints the tap penalty for Salford being offside. Saints moved it quickly, shipped it over to the left-hand side, and Tommy Martin coming through. A lovely offload from Peter Shields, and there we go. Another 4 points, and it's going to be another 6, isn't it? Sculthorpe more or less in front of the sticks. I've marked it on. It'll be Scully's third and 4 tries. 22, there it goes, over the top, and a quarter of the way through, Steve, and obviously Salford coming back in the 8th minute, but one-way traffic now.
Yeah, it's game over really in many ways. A change on the Salford side. Neil Harmon going to replace Paul Heighton. I think understanding applause from the City Reds fans, but again it was the one-to-one tackle that was beating this extra strength from the Saints players just there in abundance, and a good kick, but look, Iro off already.
Yes, he took it well, did the beast. 6'3", took it well. Saints on the attack again, driving into the Salford defence, then moving the ball out, shipping it right and left. Lovely hands there, Furley to Sculthorpe, and a big hit by Michael Hancock. Cunningham, very elusive. Oh, he's through, it's Cunningham. Support from Wellens, ships it to Wellens, and Wellens is under the sticks again. Dear me. Walking day at the Willows. 22 minutes gone. Wellens' second try. 26 points to 6. Fantastic stuff here by the Saints. World champions, Super League back-to-back champions, Challenge Cup holders. What a team. Great stuff. Rolls off the tongue. Wellens in for the try. 26-6. What can you say, Steve?
Well, the trouble is you can't say it's that good because it's too one-sided, because they're not having to compete. They're just out for a leisurely stroll. They've got their own God-given skills and strength and pace that the Salford players are lacking. And so you can't say all those things today, Ron. It might have been true in other situations, I agree, but today this is just one of those games, unfortunately, which is not good for rugby league. It was the same when Salford played up at the Saints, unfortunately, and it's hard to believe when you look at it that Salford have actually won 7 games. They're not the worst team in Super League. Huddersfield have only won 2 and drawn 1. Wakefield have only won 5. Salford have won 7. Salford have beaten Wigan this year, and what we've seen in these first 23 minutes is a team that looks incapable of tackling. And it hurts me to say all that. I didn't enjoy saying any of that at all.
No, but I enjoyed saying what I said, so please yourself. Crow while you can, and if it sticks in your craw, good on you. But 28 points to 6. 28 points to 6 it should be now, shouldn't it? Yeah, I think he's not put the goal up yet on the scoreboard. 5 tries, 20, 4 goals, 28. Yes, so it's up there now. Another substitution are we having? So Jason Nicol for Michael Hancock. 24 minutes gone. And if you're ever in Mexico City and that ball's out on the full, as you said, Steve, you've beaten Wigan, you've beaten Warrington twice, you've beaten Castleford, Huddersfield twice, and London away. I mean, no mean feat, but it's all a matter of confidence, isn't it? And as we've said before, the last 3 games, scoring 44, and unfortunately they're amassing 176. But Saints are on the attack, 20 metres out. Nicol for the Saints. As we have 2 Nichols, obviously spelt different, but Sculthorpe, Wellens playing well, sidesteps in, looking for the hat-trick. Wellens driving again, 8 metres short. Hoppy attacked in half. It goes centre field, it doesn't. Hoppy tries to go on his own. Broadbent, the man that brings him down, along with Bobby Golding. Cunningham misses out, 2, gives it to Peter Shields. Back, out to the back door to Tommy Martin. Iro over there, oh, he must be in. Iro gives it to Sullivan, piece of cake. Oh, forward pass is given, dear me. Keeping the score down, Steve.
Quite right too.
So Salford will have the possession. Bias this ref.
We could do with a few more decisions like that. We're going to need them. Oh yeah, Sherry MacDonald for who's McDonald for... Who's going off? Oh, for Fairley. So, Salford with a rare opportunity. Win possession. But look where it is from possession. 10 metres out, but from their own line. So these are the hard yards. They are for Salford. Not so for Saints today, but Salford at last working it through well. But Harmon well put down. 30 metres out now from their own line, the City Reds. Oh, that's a good pass in the end. Now there's a chance. Tassel takes it on his own. Good cover though from the Saints. Nicol, first run with the ball, goes forward, and at last the referee penalises the Saints for encroaching. Makes such a big difference, that extra couple of metres that they pinch, because with that penalty Goulding has the chance for a good touch there, and so from 12 metres out can Salford do something to restore a little bit of credibility. Harmon takes it close, but not through the Saints line. Nicol goes forward. Saints fans massed that end. 2 runners. Coley's gets the ball, but again gets the ball down. Salford still rescue it, but the Saints defence looking compact. Goulding to Holroyd. Are we left with just for kicking? Again, Saints up so quickly. Holroyd wrapped up before he could do anything other than take the ball. Finally put down. Now it's Salford close. Wainwright's going on his own. So close. Going forward and forward. Being pushed and pushed. Gets the ball away to Littler. Littler's looking for something. Alter still Littler. Now what can Salford do? Littler holds on to it. Now there's a chance. Oh, goes out quickly. Too quickly. Still Pinckney gets it. Comes back inside. Oh, over the top. Now Broadbent. Is there a way up the middle? No, there's not. Well, for once we've seen Salford playing the basketball rugby that Saints are so good at, but the difference is that Salford have actually finished up behind where they started from, unlike the Saints who finished up over the try line. Interesting kick, all left with a little bit of confusion, and a drop out from Salford's best period of the game. But who can say with Martin's kicking ability, the Saints are not going to come up with the ball?
Yes, that's true, but yeah, well, that's it. He's got it away. He's not back in touch, nowhere near this time. But it's still a deep kick, Steve. Oh, it's a fantastic kick. Salford was slow in getting back to take it, even though they know what he's capable of. And Pinckney runs it a long way back. But Salford's best period, Salford fans are seeing a high tackle from somebody. Nice pass on to Tassel. Tassel, though, half breaks the line, and this is better from the City Reds. They're getting on with it with some urgency. Taking it forward. Driscoll, that drops the balls, and the referee penalises the Saints for offside, and the decision's all going Salford's way at the minute, but Salford haven't converted it into points on the board. But they're certainly having their best period of the game. They're going to get on with it quickly. Harmon takes it up. He's all on his own. Takes it into the 10. Saints tackling well. Wainwright can't step his tacklers. 3 men, 2 men. Wainwright forced back. He sends it to the good. Driscoll takes it in from close in, but the Saints defence, 2 men tackle, very, very sound. So Goulding gets it out quickly to Holroyd, but Holroyd can't hold on to it, and the Saints defence doing their job expertly. Yeah, Saints defence was there, but the ball was dipping. A typical Bobby Goulding ball. Speculator put it out, just dipping in front of Holroyd. Couldn't take it. Pressure off the Saints. Head and feed at the scrum. Wellens to feed. Even though starting at full-back, the shifting and changing of the players. Shields puts it out underneath, gives it Tommy Martin, back to Chris Joint. The captain still to put pen to paper for next year, and hopefully many years to come. But here's the Beast. Whether the Beast will be here next season, we don't know. There'll be changes, personnel going, personnel coming. But Saints just short of the halfway. Sculthorpe from Cunningham, looking to put it out to the back door. Cunningham thought twice about it. Coley, the man coming in over the top. Harmon, I beg your pardon, coming in over the top. Number 28. No, I thought it was 20. But Well, last tackle, and Wainwright being accused of putting the nut in, as referee Kirkpatrick said. Probably nothing in it, but nitpicking there. But Saints with a set of 6. MacDonald, drop-off ball from Martin. 11 metres short. Wellens. Inside, Shields looking for the second phase of attack. Nobody was there. Cunningham comes into the acting half-back now. It's 28 points to 6. We've had 31 minutes gone. It's with Sculthorpe. Sculthorpe and Stankovic just clash there. But Saints still have the possession. It's Wellens again, blindside to Sculthorpe. Stankovic, Hoppy in for his second. Quick transference of the ball on the blind side. It's paid dividends again. Hoppy in for the 2. Well, the second try, and obviously he's well, I don't know how many, I haven't put it down. There you go, you just can't get the staff, can you? But 31 minutes gone. Hoppy in for his second of the evening. 32 points to 6.
Sculthorpe strikes it nicely but wide.
And then they've got a back-up next weekend, and Saints have a Friday fixture that's been brought forward from next Sunday against the Castleford Tigers. They got their bottom slap yesterday, 40 points to 10 at London. So they'll be smarting. As Nickel breaks away, gives it to Joint. Joint to Iro. Lovely ball. Back to Joint. 40 metres out. Saints in possession. First tackle. Wayne MacDonald. Up to the halfway line. Salford forced to defend again. 32 to 6. Great work by Cunningham. Out of the tackle. Looking again. Back to Shields. Shields just pressing through. Looking to put it over the top. Bobby Golding wraps him up high, and Coley this time takes him round the legs. Wellens inside. Sculthorpe. Back to Wellens. Quick hands. Hoppy again. The tackle completed. Littler giving him a little bit extra, and why not indeed? We're not poncing about with a round ball game. It's good blood-curdling, blood and thunder tackling. It's what we brought up on, as long as it's not untoward. Martin on the last tackle. He can't get the ball out. That's going to be the turnover. A mistake there. The ball's been knocked forward. Well, he's going to give the turnover, surely. That's right, the turnover, but it was... Well, what's he going to do now, the referee? Should have been the turnover. It was the last tackle, Steve, wasn't it?
Well, that's a good 6 from the City Reds. Saints didn't score, and the Salford defence was looking sound. So it is the last tackle. Salford players are just punching, wanting perhaps a little bit of a breather. He has given the turnover, but the Salford City Reds fans not happy that Broadbent had gone with it quickly and looked as though he was racing clear. But one of the differences between the two teams, Saints can always seem to keep that ball moving, whereas Salford are having to take the tackles. The tackling from Saints so much more effective from the Salford tackling. Nice step from Holroyd, a nice handoff, half a handoff, can't get clear though. Holroyd though looking good, but not able to stride clear. Goulding gets on with it sharply. Broadbent tries to find a way through. Salford having a good 6 with possession. We got to the last one quickly though, so Goulding will kick it. Oh, and it ricochets off a Saints player. Oh, and then rebounds, and that's got to be at least a knock-on. So, a little bit of urgency from the City Reds that time, producing a scrum down, and they're put in on the Saints 20. But actually it must be difficult for the Saints player to keep their intensity at a high level, Ron, knowing that the game's now won, and they're going, all the risk of injuries with Tuesday night in mind. Nice little run around with Holroyd. Holroyd steps inside, still going. Good run from Holroyd. Wainwright takes it close. And a good release of the ball. Now's a chance for the City Reds. Can Broadbent get over for his second try? Yes, he can. He's certainly over the line. That's what's going to happen. Held up. So another scrum. Great defence from the Saints, and Broadbent so close to a second try. But certainly seeing better things from the City Reds at the moment. So saying, Ronnie, it's difficult to see how the Saints can maintain the intensity knowing that the game's won and that some of them are playing on Tuesday and next week. But no sign of it lacking in that period of play, was there? That's the professionalism for you. That's the ability and all those other attributes that have made them the team that they are, world champions. Whereas Salford, with their determination, going forward in ones though. Broadbent on the ground. And Driscoll loses the ball under pressure. Goulding drops it just by bending down and trying to pick it up. And Broadbent is signalling to Pinckney to watch the kick if it comes, or cover the tackle or something. But no pressure in the end from the City Reds.
Yes, he's given the knock on obviously for Damien Driscoll. I thought it had come back. Cries there as if the ball has been released. Has it been knocked forward? But obviously not, but it was a big tackle on Shields. But definitely Bobby Golding knocked on from the scrum. Saints in the possession. MacDonald, Cunningham running well, slips it to MacDonald. The Salford Reds just getting a little bit of composure, if we can say, defending well. Sculthorpe to Stankovic, great tackle by Olker. Driscoll in there as well. Martin puts the kick downfield. That looking for the 40-20. It's curled back inside. Danny Arnold. First touch, I think, Steve.
It is, yeah, first touch in.
You did mention him before. You said former Saint. Oh, that
was your name. That was it. Yeah. So it's a long time, isn't it? Playing with 13 players and one of them doesn't get a touch for 38 minutes is not the way the game is supposed to be played. And it wouldn't really make any difference if a Fire had been playing. There's a nice little forward surge. Salford fans not happy with the tackling, but Salford in this period of the game have actually injected a little bit of urgency and are doing well. Not breaking the line yet, but going close. Jason Nichols nearly clear. That's put up to play. And then what happens, that for no reason at all, the ball's dropped and it all comes to naught. But in that period of play, Ron, we actually saw Salford defending well for a 6 and then coming up with something positive and actually making a break. We won't talk about what happened at the end of it.
Yes, they attacked well, put the ball out, spread it out, didn't they? And then great tackle by Wellens, and just the ferocity of it, just shaking the ball from Nichols' hands. Sculthorpe chips it through, Sullivan chasing it, favourable bounce. Can the Welsh flyer? Can he come inside? He puts the welly down. Oh, Saints have got to get up there quickly. Salford have got to get up him quickly. Hoppy there, impeded. Now it's Sculthorpe, no problem. Scully in for the try, to the right of the sticks. Great work by Scully, and I make that 2 seconds short of the half-time interval. There's 40 minutes actually on the clock. That was the 39th minute. Saints' 7th try. Scully on the sheet. That's his 17th try in the last 10 games. Where are we on the sheet now? It's his 21st try of the season. He failed to score a try against the Pie Eaters, and he didn't play against London down there in the, I think it was in the capital. He didn't play, but he scored 47 goals before today's game in 8 games, and then again he didn't play against London, and that's. But great work there, good foresight. Sculthorpe started it off. He saw Salford were pressing up. A little deft chip kick through. Sullivan, the Welsh flyer, took it. Great work in the end. Was it Harmon that got back to him? I just...
three of them, it was Pinckney and Broad.
But they got back to Sullivan. Saints came up quickly and moved it to the right. Sculthorpe with another man on his outside, but he didn't need it. Great work from the loose forward standoff, you name it, wherever he plays, the utility player, Sculthorpe. 38. There it goes, the half-time hooter. Right at the death, that. Skull with a try, and he converts his own. Another 6 points, 38 points to 8, all one-way traffic. Saints started well. Cunningham in the second minute. Sculthorpe goaled it. Broadbent hit back 6 minutes later. Then we knew we had a game on, but then Saints took control. Tries from Hoppy and Wellens and Martin, 11th, 14th and 19th minute. The first one from Hoppy unconverted. Then Wellens chipped in. Hoppy with his second. Wellens with his second. Hoppy with his second. Sculthorpe right at the death. Half-time here at the Willows. Salford City Reds 6. Saints 38.
Well, the great news about half-times is that the score doesn't change. But the bad news is that Saints, they're not. They're playing with all 13 again. That ought not to be allowed. They ought to do what they said in the Super League show, Ron, and once a team gets 30 odd points in front, take 3 players off, and that'd make a game of it.
But did you notice what day it was when they said that, Steve?
Of course I did. Yeah. It was still a good idea. On games like today, it's a good idea. Go on. And, but when you look at what's happening in the first half, Ron, how on earth could you imagine Salford beat Wigan down here? Yeah. When you know you've got a team that has that ability to beat Wigan, and it's in the tackling department, that the one-to-one tackles, Salford are not making them, and they're not getting up quickly enough to do it. And as a result, the whole game is going the Saints' way, and Saints are the better team, obviously. So,
it's on the day.
Yeah, but on many days, teams are better than like that. And straight from the kick-off, Salford have to drop out from under the sticks.
As you say, Steve, the bounce of the ball, the rub of the green. The Reds are not getting it. Just while I think on, may I thank you for obviously, may I thank you for covering for me at St Helens, even though you did get them all in 66-16 when I was on holiday. And I'm sure the lads will have appreciated that. But the Reds have to drop out with that great kick-off. Martin fielded it. Sonny Nicol now. 38 points to 6. And uphill battle. Steve McCormick, he's going to have his work cut out, isn't he? You think obviously the players, well, they want to play well. The ball squirted out. Well, I don't know. You can get a knock on out of that, Mr. Kirkpatrick. Obviously, I know we have a fourth official up high, and whether he's signified that it's a knock on, but never in the memory of man that was a knock on. The ball squirted out, and obviously there was some interference, but here endeth the first lesson.
Good decision. Now, what I've actually noticed in that period of play, the Salford players for once were really talking to each other and really making an effort into try and do something. Holroyd pushes off one, but not a second. Danny Arnold, first or second run with the ball, and crowd a little quiet while Salford almost go through the motions. Nice release from Driscoll, and good little dart forward from Harmon. Salford retaining possession. Saints moving up quickly. Nicol can't find a way through, hangs on to the ball though. Saints fans like the tackling. Coley having to play full games these days. Salford get to the last one. Goulding, little kick over, taken by Sonny Nicol, but goes to ground, and so unlucky, because had he kept hold of that one, he'd have been under the sticks, because he's a man with pace.
Oh, I can move a bit, and Bobby Goulding and Sonny Nicol just exchanging pleasantries, former teammates. And we know they knock 7 bells out of each other on the field, and then I'll have a pint after. Blindside ploy, Wainwright to Goulding, support coming through, Pickney with Goulding, back to Wainwright, out of the back door supposedly, but it went forward and Saints come up with it. Obviously, Steve, you've got players out, you've Darren Brown out, you've Southern, a fire, Carl Hammond.
It's the big one we're missing in the forwards.
Yeah, you see, so I mean, these things, we've obviously had these, and we've had Sean Long out for the season, Paul Newlove out, Sculthorpe's been out for 6 weeks with a broken jaw, Wayne MacDonald a broken jaw. You know, Saints have had to do it.
And the quality of your players' squad is better overall.
I'll agree with you there, yes, you're dead right, but you've just got to get on with this. There's times, you know, times that are hard and all that sort of stuff. And you're breaking me heart here, Steve, bottom of Yankee. But a penalty for the Saints.
I need it myself, Ron, because look, Salford were in a great attacking position down here and really had an overlap, should have scored. Saints had strolled over in a similar position, and somehow between them they contrived not to get over the line. But a fantastic kick from Martin, brilliant.
Yeah, super player Tommy Martin. MacDonald up to the 20. First one of this set of 6. The Reds urge to get back onside. Wellens along the line. Martin, joint. Tries to put it over the top to Yonkers, who slipped on. But it's gone forward. Salford have possession.
Yeah, and another big plus to the City Reds. Another 6 in which the Saints haven't scored. And Broadbent doing so well before finally flattened by Wellens. So good 6 on defence from the City Reds. In fact, forcing the concession of the ball, I think, after the third one. So Danny Arnold going in the centre of the field. Ooh, bit risky that one, that tackle. Gone looking for the ball. Harmon. Sells a dumb as balls, goes down, but Salford come up with it. Danny Arnold. Great pace when he gets in the clear, but not seen too many opportunities for him. Goulding. Holroyd. Nice pass on to Tassel. Tassel's seen half an opening. Good play, but good cover from the Saints. Joint in particular back quickly that time. But Salford moving it nicely at the moment. Holroyd. Back inside to Driscoll. Nice little play from City Reds. Brighter play. Got to the last one though. But Holroyd. Kick over. Goulding's chasing it. Oh, but safely taken by Martin. Again, gets the ball away quickly. And accounts for a good counter-attack for the Saints, but for that brilliant tackle from Tassel. I mean, it's a strange thing to think, but that was almost a try-saving tackle inside their own 20.
Yes, it was. Saints have the possession now in the 20. Hoppy, the man that came forward. Now it's with Iro. Sullivan, the man that's been replaced. Obviously, Yonkers on, and Hoppy going over the Hall on the left wing. Hoppy on the right now. A little bit of a mix-up. Knock on. Head and feet to the Reds, I think. Is it this time, Steve?
Oh, got to be. And Salford just upped their game this second half. At the start of the second half. Question is, can they sustain it? Bit of urgency there. Holroyd. Oh, out quickly to Littler. Chance for Littler. Oh, couldn't release. So unlucky. Obi gets on his way on his own anyway. Seeing the line going inside. Good play from Littler. Still sells a dummy before finally being put down in the middle of the field. But Salford, if only Danny Arnold could have got going then, but now the momentum comes to a halt and the Saints defence is well in position. Goulding gets on with it quickly. Where's his runners? Cole is the runner, drops the ball in the tackle, and for all the huffing and puffing, I'm afraid that's all it is from the City Reds, because that was one of their brighter periods of play, but it ends up with a needlessly lost ball.
Yeah, Bobby trying to create the space, unloaded the ball, big hit on the man in possession, and it was squirted forward. Saints come away with it now, Tim Yonkers. Still 38 points to 6. 6 minutes gone of the second period. Chris Joint, Olker wraps him up, Wainwright around the legs. Saints bring it centre field. MacDonald, big hit there. Driscoll, big wrap round tackle. Cunningham, speculator. Iro couldn't take it. Hall, well, the referee's ruled it was a knock forward. Looked well, we know he has it with some of the decisions he's given before. There's not been knock-ons, but obviously he's given it, and a little bit of scrappy play, Stephen, at the start of this half.
Well, Saints' intensity must have gone off a bit, I know, but Salford's have actually just raised the game a little bit for 7 minutes. Whether they've got the stamina to do it, whether they're fit enough to do it for the whole of the game, I don't know. But it's good to see at least they're not looking at the scoreboard, they've not given it up and are working hard at trying to put something back into this game like that. Good play from the City Reds. Coley takes a big hit, and another one, still forces his way forward. Well, the fans like it, doesn't prize an opening that time. Nicol will have a go at doing the same, and he gets Salford to 10 metres from the Saints line. So Salford having the better of the possession and position in the second half without actually creating a clear opening, because what they do is just drop it yet again needlessly, and so possession again surrendered.
I suppose the idea, right, running onto the ball at pace, but couldn't control it. Saints came up with it. The Salford defence came in quickly, and Peter Shields takes the tackle. Just short of the 30. MacDonald, outer one, looking to unload, he does. He gets it away to Wellens, he gets clattered. Olker, the man, quickly in. Sculthorpe, boot to ball. Looking for a 40-20. Oh, what a perler. Just more or less from the same spot that Broadbent did. Was it Broadbent? Holroyd in the first half. But that's a telling kick, that, Steve, isn't it? They'll sap the strength, obviously. Saints don't have to work that distance to get up there. It's in on the 10. And from inside inside the 30 more or less, or just outside. What a kick.
Yeah, that was a fantastic kick, and Salford, having worked hard in these first 8 minutes and kept Saints out are just taking the time to get back, and if Malcolm Olker is struggling, Malcolm Olker, top tackler in Super League, needing attention, and he will be a big loss to the City Reds, ever present this season, and a great achievement for Malcolm Olker, establishing himself as one of the leading hookers, perhaps not quite the same category as Kieran Cunningham, but on defence his tackling rate is enormous, and it was in that 6 leading up to the kick. He was in there with a double and I think a treble tackle, but now struggling, and the question is, when you've got a key player, do you take him off or do you let him run it off? How serious is it? Well, he looks to be walking all right. Let's hope that's not too serious. But Saints with the initiative.
Yeah, they're the tough lads these, aren't they? They get knocked about, but Saints from the scrum. Iro puts it back. Yonkers goes on his own, puts the ball up. Hall picks it up. It's still play on. Hall's going to take the tackle. Salford recover. They regroup. Good play by Yonkers. Just nearly skirted in. MacDonald, good balls. Cunningham. Nickel. Saints are lining up. Nickel goes on his own. He puts it back. Goes Sculthorpe. Lovely hands. Iro the beast drives it, puts it to Wellens. It's still coming back to Sculthorpe. The big man twists, turns. He's held a metre or two short. Will it come right across? Will it go blindside? It comes right across. Wellens. 3 men quickly in to bring him down. Salford urge to get back onside. Saints take it on the short side. Skull, oh, it's interception.
Now can Danny Arnold go the way? The chase is on. He's got pace. Yes, he's going to make it. Interception, and Danny Arnold is going to fly to the line. And that is the sort of lucky break that Salford so desperately needed. And when it came to the man with the pace to go all the way. And that is a superb score for the City Reds. It came against the run of play. It came, though, after a determined defensive effort at the start of this second half run. I know the intensity from Saints has perhaps gone down, but they were certainly moving the ball around with the Saints and looking all over like they were going to score. In fact, in the first half, with that many tackles and that many passes, they'd have scored, but somehow Salford have found something extra at the start of the second half, and a flying winger's interception try through the best part of 90 metres, and he made it look comfortable. Nobody was really catching him. Great pace from Danny Arnold.
Sonny Nickel that's been replaced, and Holroyd, they'll have no problem. Brings up the 12. It's 12 minutes gone. Salford 12, Saints 38, Steve.
Right, that's the start of the fight back. Salford winning the second half 6-0. A change on the Salford side. Michael Hancock replaces Andy Coley. And the sun shines on the Danny Arnold try. Michael Hancock's returned for Andy Coley, and Neil Harmon going in strongly, breaking the 20. Good surge from him. Salford for the minute on the toes, and Littler taking 3 Saints tacklers on, but coming off having any success. Michael Hancock, though, straight up the middle. Good strong burst from him. Goulding going for the 40-20. Well, it was in the 40. Is it going to go into touch? It's running and running, but no, staying in the field of play, and Saints have possession. Good pass out to Wellens.
Yes, Hoppy to Wellens. Wellens ducks inside. Side through Wainwright. Wainwright comes back. Gets him at the second bite of the cherry along with Harmon. Saints once again. Hoppy takes it straight up the middle. Operating on the wing, has played in the pack, and good defensive display again. Matautia just come on right up to the halfway line near the centre spot. Cunningham up the middle into space, backs himself. Broadbent takes him. Great tackle by Broadbent. Saints once again bring it to the left. Wellens, Martin on the opposite diagonal. Martin inside to Sculthorpe. He evades the tackle. Saints spread it. Oh, interception possibly again. It's Stankovic. Inside to Shields. Thank you very much, Peter Shields. Back after 3 or 4 matches off. Shields in for his 4th of the season. 14 minutes gone. Saints reply in kind. 42-12 with a conversion to come.
That's Saints just making sure that Salford know who's the boss in this game. And Kieran Cummingham up the middle, it pays from nothing, and the Broadbent tackled so good on him, and just not enough Salford defenders to stop the wave of Saints attackers. The fluency of the handling is so good that they seem to have so much space to go and make the tackles, and they're doing it all the time going forward, Ron, and that's what Salford don't seem to do very often.
And Paul Sculthorpe now looking to make it 6 for the evening. Strikes it well. City Reds 12, Saints 44, 66-16 as we said before in the corresponding fixture at Nosey Road. And the Reds have had a glut of points against them in the last 3 matches, and this is going to make it 4. Not the best of starts for Steve McCormack, but it'll take something to beat the informed Saints. 16 minutes gone. The sun gracing us with its presence, Steve. Even though it's been nice all day, the sun did go in earlier on. Been a fine day, a fine evening, and the players must be feeling the heat down there. I mean, it's quite warm up here. And away we go. Holroyd keeps it low, looking for a favourable bounce. Wellens gets it. Wainwright with the tackle, and the Skull with an assist. Matautia, last season for the big Western Samoan. We had 3 last season, 1 this season, with Apollo and Ferretti Tuilangi going, and Vila hanging up the boots. They've all been great servants for the Saints. Yonkers. Hancock with the tackle. He just escapes temporarily, and Littler, I think it was, well, interference. Littler with interference. Tommy Martin wants to play it quickly. Good yardage. Up to the, just short of the 20. An ideal platform for the Saints again to build on. 18 minutes gone. Matautia first man in. Mickey Hyam at acting half. And Saints will spread it. Wellens. Martin. Oh, Martin, lovely stuff. Looking for support. It's knocked forward by Salford. It's all on. Short side, Hyam, joint. Deadly on the short side, joint. Gives it to Hall. There you go. No problem. Oh, the referee said forward pass. There you go. 2 disallowed, keeping the score down, Steve.
Yeah, quite right too. Yep, the touch judge in line with that one gave that one for the referee. Yep, so it looks as though Steve Blakely's going to come on. Is he going to take over from Graham Holroyd? We'll have to see. Holroyd playing well, but recovering from an injury his first full game. Pinkney's in field. Not seen much of Pinkney today or in recent games, although he scored the 1 try against Wigan last week. That was very much a consolation in the very last minute. Oh, nice little play from Driscoll. Couldn't find a clear way through, then impeded with. Referee says get on with it. Hancock, no way through for him. Or is there? He'll lose the first tackler and drops the ball and concedes possession. So Driscoll going off to be replaced by Paul Heighton. And Saints will get the put in. So
Adam feed for the Saints. Driscoll going off, Heighton coming on. Sculthorpe up the centre. Hyam quickly into the dummy half. Saints move it right. Peter Shields 30 metres out. Hyam darting run, sees the gap. We know he's got the pace. Scored a 90-metre try at Nosey Road. Martin. Oh, interception there, and Salford back in, and Saints player had him straight away, Steve.
Well, they're all over each other here, aren't they? It's got to be a penalty to Salford. But good thinking from Tassel. It was a timely interception because there was a possibility of another Saints score out left. Tassel doing well to make the ball his. Goulding having to take the tackle himself and then having it pushed out of his hand. The referee says that's a penalty, thanks to the touch judge. And Philby Goulding saying, where's everybody? I was on my own. Well, it sometimes happens, so I better put Salford come up with a penalty. And with Goulding taking the kick, find themselves on the attack. Heighton tries to find a way through, but this Saints defence has been good. Nice little switch of direction. Nicol saw half an opening, but Saints so quick to fill the gap. 2 runners from Salford. Wainwright, one of them, going the short route and getting close to that line, 5 metres only away. Good period from the City Reds. Holroyd tries to go on his own, can't quite get clear. Another good tackle from the Saints. Salford though working well. Hancock's trying on his own, scored some good tries for Salford City Reds, close in Hancock, but not that time. Saints defence. Yeah. Oh, that's an interception, and so knock on. So Salford should get another 6, but at the end of it, it was the Saints defence not wanting to give anything run.
No, Saints won't give anything away. There's no danger about that. But Peter, was it Peter Sheed that tried to get in between, and he couldn't. Knock on. Adam feed to the Salford Reds. And there we go.
So can they do something with it this time? Goes out left. And Wainwright. Oh, amazingly, that is unbelievable that all the Saints defence left him totally on his own, and Wainwright had the unbelievably easy stroll over the line. And for once, the Saints defence not being quite so watertight, and for once, the Salford City Reds able to take advantage. So Salford are still leading in this second half. Now it's 10 points to 6. And Wainwright getting himself on the score sheet. So that was an unusual try. Not a finger laid on him from the scrum.
No, so easy, wasn't it? All the Saints had gone one way and Wainwright went the other. And I bet he couldn't believe his luck, could he? He'll not score many easy ones than that.
Scored, but Blakely comes on. Holroyd successful. 18 points to the City Reds, bringing respectability to the score. Efforts this afternoon being warmly appreciated from the City Reds fans. Oh, that was good from Littler. And Blakely takes his place. Holroyd getting himself match fit. And whatever happens in the remaining 17 minutes, we've got to admire this Salford effort in this second half. Having had a drubbing in the first, they've really shown some determination to get back on the toes when they know the game's gone. And you wonder why they couldn't have done it in the first half. But we always think that, mind you, the Saints were on fire. And I'm sure Steve McCormick will want to remind them as the week passes that it's the next 7 weeks that will be vital to Steve McCormick. And there's a 40-20 if it goes, but it doesn't. Mike Wainwright has done a couple of those this year, but not that time. So it's the next 7 weeks that really matter for the City Reds run when they're playing teams in the bottom half of the league. And if they can come up with some victories out of that, you can see it securing Steve McCormick's place next season. If not, who knows, we might have another coach next year.
That's it. It's always hard, isn't it? I mean, the coach gets the hammer, whatever. We know it's the lads out there doing the job, but it's the coach's job that's on the line. He's got to ensure that they do the business. Quick play of the ball, Sculthorpe. Looking to unload, he does. He gets it away to Hoppy. Shields, I think. Yes, to Hyam. Hyam inside the 20. Sculthorpe acting half. Martin. Inside to MacDonald. Can the big man go? He can. The power, the strength. He shrugged off Nichol's tackle. The referee will give it this time. 25 minutes gone of the second half. Wayne MacDonald, his 5th of the season. And a very timely try. Saints 9th of the evening. And this conversion will put us back on level terms in this second half, Steve, at 12 points apiece, won't it?
Saints doing it again, saying, come on, whatever you can do, Salford, we can still do it better. And But Wayne McDonald there just didn't have an opening at all really, but had half a sniff and suddenly found a bit more pace and then strength to push off Jason Nicholl. So after this one, I hope Salford can get their heads around this next week, and Wakefield 3 times in the next 7 weeks. Big important matches for the City Reds, and 3 victories. Well, all the remaining 7 games are key games, and if Salford can have the sort of attitude that we've seen in the first 27 minutes of this second half, for the entire 80 minutes in a game, for the entire 80 minutes run is what they've not been doing, then they've got to have a chance of winning all the remaining games.
It must be tough when the Reds are down. It's all a matter of confidence. We can say like with Huddersfield, can't we? How they didn't have the confidence, then they got a point, got a draw, and it just went from there, didn't they? They've won a couple. They've been beat today, unfortunately, only just by the Liners, which would have done the top 5 a favour, but it wasn't to be. But Saints have the possession. Vila Matautia up to the 40. Little bit of mauling at the play of the ball. Saints take it blindside. Mickey Hyam up to the halfway. Well, it's off a Salford player. It's off Heighton. That'll be play on.
But Hyam was fast then, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He was really fast off the mark, looking sharp. But Heighton rescued the ball and then made it safely his. Olker's worked hard this afternoon. He's done a lot of tackling as Malcolm Olker. Goulding Saints up so quickly. Wainwright had no option but to try and go forward himself. Blakely gets Nicholl running, but Nicholl just lollops forward, it seems. Now Goulding taking his time with a kick. It's a high one, it's difficult, it's hanging. Who's going for it? Who's going for it? Well, whoever gets it, it's Saints who come up with the ball. But good attack, good kick from Goulding.
Yeah, it's typical Bobby Goulding kick, a high one, the old up and under. Those are the kicks that won us the Challenge Cup in '96, when all seemed down and out, Steve. But unfortunately, he'll not be able to rescue the Reds. 11 minutes remaining, 50 points to 16 the score. 50 points to 18, I beg your pardon. I stand corrected. I got it wrong last week, I think. I said Halifax had 24 in the end, but they only had 22. Anyway, I've had my pay doc for it, so it doesn't matter. Sculthorpe, speculator, Shields. Good ball out to Stankovic. Puts it back inside, Hoppy. Saints are running it again. Spreading it out. Sculthorpe takes the tackle. Last one now. It goes to Wellens. Is he going to put it high? He is. For the corner. Oh, Pinkney, did he get a touch to it? What's the referee going to rule? Yes. He said that he didn't get a touch to it, and it's a tap restart from the centre of the 20.
Oh yeah, Pinkney in 2 minds. Well, last season I thought Pinkney's defence was so good, and yet this time on occasions it's been decidedly shaky. He was definitely caught in 2 minds whether to take it or not, and lucky in the end perhaps for the ball to bounce harmlessly dead as Salford try and work it forward again. And Broadbent's up there at the dummy half, at the half position. Hancock to Bobby Goulding, who gets the kick off, but that was nicely taken by Hoppy.
Yeah, took it well with the sun in his eyes. He comes cross field, but he's well taken. Heighton with the tackle, Broadbent with the assist. Now it's Hall. Not many running chances for Steve Hall, even though he did go over and was brought back for a forward pass. Joint. And referee Kirkpatrick, in this, 60 minutes, 70 minutes, 71 minutes that he's played, he's not had a bad game. Sculthorpe, Wellens for the hat-trick, no problem. He salutes the crowd, gathered at that end, puts the ball high up in the air. Wellens with the hat-trick, great score, just a matter of time. Saints 10th try, Wellens hat-trick, Sculthorpe will kick his 8th, and Saints bursting through, and the defence, the Salford Reds, they're out of Puffsty.
Yeah. not against the Saints today. 54-56 coming up, and Saints take the lead in the second half.
You'll not be pleased about that, will you? Sculthorpe with his 8th. No problem. Reds 18. Saints 56. With Mike on video, Steve Ramsbottom and Ron Hoof bringing you all the action. Interchange for the Reds. Is it Maloney coming on? We'll see. No. Tarman going off. And Coley back on. Saints with the ball in the hands again, with 7 minutes to the final hooter. MacDonald drives it out of the 20, only just. Quick play, the ball wanted. Hyam asked for it. The referee is quite happy with it. Matautia gains another further 10 metres of forward impetus. The ball going back. Iro picked it up. Then he pushes one off, goes crossfield. Wellens, the hat-trick man, inside. MacDonald. Referee Kirkpatrick urging the Salford Reds to get back on side, which they do. Hyam out of the back door. Iro once again, he's looking to release. It's the last one now of the sequence. Saints play it to the right. A towering kick. I think it's Sculthorpe that put that one up. Will it run dead? Will it hang about? Oh, it just rose dead, Steve. Salford didn't seem too concerned about it, but Saints, there was 3 or 4 chasers up there, but it's a drop-out attack from the centre of the 20.
Yeah, Broadbent had it covered, and that was a good defensive 6 from the City Reds. Oh, that's a good play now. Can Littler find something? Well, promising much, but Saints finally throw him to the floor. Saints prevented from scoring. Littler not happy with something. So Arnold with another chance, nearly can't quite get away. Littler not happy about something. Referee ignores it all. Overlap this side if it comes, but he doesn't. Saints up so quickly. Oh, Heighton flattened after the ball. Now the referee should do something about that. I mean, it's all right going on for a little niggly, whether it's a forward pass or a knock-on or something. But that's got to be a penalty to the City Reds. Heighton fouled clearly after he played the ball. And the referee has got to penalise Saints for that. Oh, he's bringing Stuart Littler over as well. So it doesn't look as though we're going to see anything other than the scrum and the put into the Saints.
You're right. There's tempers got a little frayed earlier on with Littler and Hyam, and then a little bit of afters there. Saints bring it on the short side. Iro can't get shut of Chris Tassel, Bobby Golding and Jason Nicol. Finally roaming to the ground. Oh, Hall puts the ball. Salford break. It's been Golding now. Looking for support. Great tackle by Hyam.
Yeah, the Salford never quite have the right players in the right place. Pinckney perhaps would have got all the way, but Saints up quickly. Look at that. Blakely stepping round one. Gets the ball. So still goes. Oh, but no, it's going to be given as a forward pass. So after all that, again, it comes to naught. Well, the Salford still working hard. 36 minutes. Had a very creditable second half. But the Saints will come up with the possession from the scrum.
Yeah, they will. And what a hit by MacDonald on Blakely. And the ball shooting forward. Saints head and feet at the scrum. Shields offering the ball to Stankovic. He has to take the tackle. And 20 metres out. Shields just having a look. Now it's with Hoppy. 10-metre run. Oh, and Littler he's fired up, isn't he? But he missed the ball there. Went for Nicol. He's in again.
The Salford fans cheering every tackle. They're so pleased the Salford are doing it, particularly this late in the game. Listen to that applause.
Yeah, but it's too late, Steve. 56-18 to score. And that'll be a knock-on. Sonny Nicol couldn't take it. The ball running through. And well, it's just for livening them up, you know what I mean?
Of course it is, but if they can do it now with 3 minutes to go, why didn't we see more of that earlier on in the game? Because the game's gone, but we're still seeing a bit of fire. And when you're supporting the losing team, you've got to look for the plus points, Ron, and that is a plus point. And if they can recreate that sort of urgency in the next 7 weeks, then we could be in with a good end to the season. Hancock, nice one to Tassel. Tassel to Pinkney, but Pinkney just lost his flying what's it at the minute. But good play from the City Reds, asking the questions for once of the Saints defence. Coley doing just that up the middle. Refreshed, 2 minutes to go. Can Salford finish with a flourish? Heighton, oh, big hit on him. Sorry, Wainwright, of course it was, thank you. The mouth's not in control. That's Heighton now, just going through on his own. 10 metre line, still a couple of plays to go. Saints, though, tackling well. Blakely changes direction, then goes on his own. Can't get through to the line, but Salford within the distance, scoring distance. Oh, and there's Arnold. Oh, he's stopped on the lines again. Salford so unlucky. Good defensive sick from the Saints, but Salford, right in the last dying stage, is still wanting to work the ball when they can.
Yes, Hancock perilously close. He's such an impact player, isn't he, Hancock? You know, always has been, and he's a mauling player in the tackle as well. When when he's trying to wriggle out of the tackle when he's got the ball in his hands, and why not? Indeed, he wants to get on with it. Perilously close there. Came to Arnold. Great tackling by the Saints. They now take it on the short side. Matautia. Oh, there's a little bit of jiggery-pokery there going on. Olker and Golding and Coley, the man in. Matautia is going to be spoken to. Steve reckons he's come up with the elbow.
He was going with his forearm, his elbow, his fist and everything, and he's got, that's just his style, and it's not right, it's not acceptable, and the penalty has got to go the way of the City Reds. And Matautia has got a problem. It's got a problem. Oops. Went backwards. Broadbent trying to go forward. Oh, good. Oh, another one went backwards. Not that time. So Salford working hard in the last minute of the game. Credit to the City Reds in the second half. With a fighting and determined performance. The Saints, though, clearly the victors today. But we've seen enough from the City Reds' second half performance to think that if they can recreate it over the next few weeks, then they just could end the season with a flourish. I hope so.
Yes, I hope so as well for you. We need as many clubs, obviously, in Lancashire as we can. Maybe Widnes will come up in the Super League. We've only 4, I think. Is it Salford, Warrington, Wigan and Saints? Widnes will make it 5. It's mainly Yorkshire orientated. They think they own it over there. They don't do so much with it anyway, let's face it. This side of the Pennines doing the job. Hall held down to the nth degree. Short ball, Matautia, the ball's loose. The Reds have it. It's out to the back door. It's still loose. Broadbent has it. Oh, dear me. Broadbent on to Hyam. That was Hyam was going through, and Broadbent, he'll be sent off for that, Steve. He'll be sent off for that.
Well, it was not deliberate. It'll go on report. It was not deliberate. It'll go on report.
The ball was kicked through. The ball was hacked through. Hyam was off. He can go like the clappers. He was off like a shot, and he was coat-angered by Broadbent, and there's only one way for him, and it's down the tunnel. But it's Mr. Kirkpatrick, and it looks as though it's going to be put on report. I mean, it's been a clean game, hasn't it? There's been,
Yeah, but it's Matautia who always starts in it.
No, there's no, Matautia was driving it through. No, but that was a different incident. Different incident. If they can't take it, they shouldn't do it.
Well, what's saying for Hyam then?
Well, he's took it. He didn't kick through, but he took the tackle as he came through. There was no need for it. Yeah. Well, it's a bottle out, and that's it. And the things that we've been seeing, and Ian Millward has a very strong opinion, and he's right what he says, and I'm sure he'll have something to say about that, Steve.
Why does he still play Matautia with his dirty tactics?
He's not got dirty tactics. It's put on report. Well, that's all it may deserve, because it has been a good, clean game. But I still think you're wrong, and we'll agree to differ. and please yourself. And once again, the referee's is being put into account. But we played nearly 3 minutes of injury time, stoppage time. This will probably be the last tackle, maybe. Tommy Martin puts a reverse angle flick kick. Well, it's gone in off a Salford player, I think. No, there's the full-time hooter. It's been a good game, Steve. It nearly went at the end, but thanks, Steve, and thanks once again. See you again. 56 points to 18 to score. Salford started in the second half well, and temper still getting a little frayed there. We're not the usual handshakes now, we're getting the usual handshakes now. But right at the end, a coat hanger on Hyam. He did get back up after treatment, but Arnold started with a try, an interception in the 11th minute. It's a great interception. Could have been a try for the Saints, wasn't. It was a try for the Salford Reds. All right, Goldie, 12:38. Shields replied in kind. Sculthorpe converted. Wainwright in the 62nd minute with a good try from the base of the scrum. Holroyd scored that, a great try, unopposed, 18:44. Then MacDonald with a great effort, powering through at short range, right in front of the stick. Sculthorpe goal that brought up the 50 points to 18. And then Wellens with his hat-trick. Sculthorpe goaled it, 56-18 the final score. Saints away at the Jungle next Friday. Obviously good ties coming up, Leeds, Wigan, Bradford. It's going to be a good finish, just as Salford have a slightly lesser run in, as they say. The Saints obviously in the top half, the top 6. It's going to be hard, but they're doing the job. Another 56 points, 18 to the Reds. Thanks for joining us. You've been with Mike Ron, Steve Ramsbottom and Ron Hoof, and Mike Ron bidding you good evening from the Willows at Salford. Join us for the next game.